dribbling, a staple in football.
You think so? Well, I'm asking you.
And not only is this an aspect of the game that we all love, but it's also a skill in itself that takes dedication and practice for years in and years out. And guess what? It's the same for FIFA. I mean, you could either be Bateson attempting to dribble in a Sidemen charity match, or you could be Messi-esque, beating defenders and dribbling majestically throughout the defense. One thing we must come to accept this year in 23 is the fact that dribbling is non-existent. However, there are specific techniques which we can use to beat defenders in FIFA 23. This is the top 3 methods to beat defenders with dribbling in FIFA 23. First of all, we're going to kick things off with agile dribbling. What a technique this is. To perform it, you just need to hold in R1, and essentially the player will agile dribble. It will increase the touches that he takes when you're going left and right with the left stick, and can be super useful specifically to feint a defender away and beat him. Now I'm going to compare it to strafe dribbling. Now although that won't be in this tutorial, I can use it to compare to agile dribbling. Essentially what I like to do is use agile dribbling to take it to the side of the defender, and strafe dribbling to draw the defender in. However, that is not the technique I'm talking about. Essentially, when the defender is approaching you, you can hold R1 and hold the stick to the left, and then hold it briefly to the right to do a feint motion. And what this does is allow you to burst past the defender. Now, if he hasn't quite feinted on the first feint that you perform with the left stick, you can do it again. You can go left, or right, left, right, and essentially the player will feint the defender away, and you're able to dribble around him and then burst into the space that has been left open. This is specifically how I beat defenders with agile dribbling, and I find it's the best way to do so in 23. Back feinting the opponent with left stick dribbling. I've done a standalone tutorial on this and how to beat defenders in the bots, but it's so effective, and especially when you're dribbling with left stick, it's not as agile as previous years, as we've determined in the intro. But what I will say is, if you keep your back to him and you do small left-right movements, what will happen is he will eventually commit to a side that you feint him towards, which will then allow you to beat him and burst off into the space that he has left open. So you can essentially hit the striker's feet, or you can dribble towards a defender and turn back to keep your back to him and not allow him to keep the ball, and then feint him away to a certain side to then open up space to another side and burst into that space. It's a very, very good way of beating defenders with left stick dribbling, and I find it's the most effective way this year in 23. The agile dribbling touch dribble technique. Not many people know about this, but it's very effective. Essentially, when you are dribbling in 23 and you are approaching the defender, essentially what you can do is, as the player takes touches on the ball, you can tap L1. What this does is a very, very agile touch to the side as he dribbles, and it can actually allow you to beat defenders. When you couple this with R2 sprint dribbling, and you use, let's say, the agile dribbling technique where you approach him on the touch, tap it, take it to the side, and then burst with the R2 button to the side of the defender, it's very hard to tackle and very hard to read. I find it's a very, very effective way of beating defenders this year in 23. If you just tap it, not hold it, but just tap it on the touch, and it allows you to do a big quick shimmy to the side and then burst into the space to the side of the defender with R2, and I find it's very, very effective this year. So there you have it, a short but sweet tutorial on the top 3 methods to beat defenders with dribbling this year in 23. It's down the drain, but if we use these techniques, it'll allow us to best beat defenders in any situation. It's how I'm doing it, it's how pros are doing it, so you guys should as well. I'm coaching one-on-one. If you want to be a part of that, the link is down below. Of course, also Instagram, check it out. Link is down below. Keep in touch with the no money spent road to an event. But as always, I hope you guys have a good day. I'm out. Sayonara. Au revoir. Adios, salam, ciao. Goodbye. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, then I'd really appreciate it if you hit the subscribe button. And lastly, if you do want any pre-gaming fuel or supplement, then head over to atpscience.com, which is the first link in the description, and use the code AussieFIFA at checkout to get yourself a discount. Not only is it the cheapest way to get supplements, but it helps me out a ton, guys, so thank you.